We begin by focusing on the stems, thick and reddish, reaching up from the dark soil in the black pot. These strong foundational roots and stalks are our initial capital, the raw resources of our financial journey. They are the undeniable fact of our current earnings. The first rule of wealth: spend less than you earn. Without a strong base, nothing else can grow. As the camera pans to the green leaves, some still fresh and others already aging and turning pale, we see the results of living. This mirrors our lifestyle choices, the daily spending that either nurtures or consumes our resources. The simple path isn't about deprivation, it's about prioritization. We choose whether to spend our money on a fleeting status symbol, symbolized by a leaf already fading, or to invest it into the lasting structure of the plant. Look at the resilience in the newer leaves, robust and deep green. This is the surplus we talked about, the money purposefully diverted from immediate consumption. The second, and most vital rule: invest the surplus in an index fund. This is the difference between a single, fragile sprout and a thriving, complex organism. The most profound truths are often the most boring, delivered by the least flashy voices. Like this sturdy, unpretentious plant, the best advice often lacks the all-caps excitement of the online hustle. The camera shifts focus to the base of the plant, showing the network of roots and the dark soil. The third principle comes into clear view here: avoid debt. Debt is like the tangled weeds that choke the essential roots. It demands a tribute, draining the soil of nutrients that should be feeding the plant's growth. To be truly free, you must eliminate the constant, compulsory cater to the king payments that enslave your future potential. We catch a glimpse of the vibrant pink flowers hanging down. These blossoms, unexpected and beautiful, are the result of disciplined, long-term growth. They are the visual metaphor for financial independence, FI. The flowers don't scream for attention. They simply are the evidence of wealth, a self-sustaining, passive return. They represent your FU money, the cushion that grants you the autonomy to walk away from any job, any situation that compromises your principles. The shot centers on the dangling flower cluster, delicate yet resilient. This highlights the concept of diversification through a total stock market index fund like VTSAX. You don't bet the farm on a single flashy flower. You own a piece of the entire bloom. This collection of smaller, different flowers ensures that even if one or two petals fade, the overall vitality of the cluster remains strong, continuing to grow and produce. Notice the slight holes and imperfections on some older leaves. These represent the inevitable market crashes, the economic pests, and harsh seasons. We've seen them 3 times in the last 50 years, each time feeling like the end of the world. But the plant persists. The trigger of the crash is always different: a tech bubble, a financial crisis, a global pandemic. But the pattern of recovery and continued growth is always the same. The lens focuses on a newer leaf, green and textured, showing its slight hairs and resilient surface. This resilience is what separates the long-term investor from the speculator. The investor builds a portfolio based on the wealth-creating capacity of human enterprise, represented by the living, breathing cells of this leaf. The speculator, however, is simply betting that someone else will pay more later, the equivalent of hoping to sell a faded yellow leaf at a premium. A wider view of the plant's architecture shows how the strong red stems hold up the canopy of leaves. This structure illustrates the power of compounding. Those seemingly measly 12% average returns, consistently reinvested, transform simple savings into complex, exponential wealth. Compounding is the engine that turns the 3 simple rules into a force strong enough to lift your life out of financial gravity. We see the base of the plant and the soil again, emphasizing the deep, stabilizing roots. This is where we discuss the idea that the simple path is not just for the tech bros or those with huge incomes. The migrant fruit picker, the individual earning $50,000, their journey starts right here, in the solid, foundational truth of living below their means. Wealth is a process, it democratizes financial freedom, making it accessible to anyone committed to the process. The camera pulls back slightly to show the leaves in sunlight. This highlights the self-cleansing feature of index funds. As the canopy is dynamic, the best performing sectors, the sun-catching leaves, naturally occupy the largest share. When one sector fades, the money flows automatically into the new leaders. You don't have to guess whether the Magnificent 7 will dominate forever. The index does the work for you, ensuring you always hold the champions of the moment. Focusing once more on the pink bell-shaped flowers, we consider the ultimate choice, the monk and the minister parable. The minister caters to the king to afford extravagance. The monk learns to live on rice and beans to avoid catering at all. Financial freedom is not a number, it's a mindset. It's the ability to make bold choices, to prioritize the freedom to choose over the next shiny purchase. The final shot lingers on the whole plant, strong, productive, and beautiful. The simple, unsexy discipline of investing the surplus and avoiding debt creates this magnificent, self-sufficient system. This is what it means to be a financial unicorn, one of the few who understands that wealth is quiet, consistent, and remarkably boring. The vibrant, resilient life of this begonia is your financial roadmap. It's an invitation to shift your perspective, to move from the volatile, stressful world of speculation and debt to the predictable, powerful world of ownership and independence. If this message resonates with you, if you are ready to start planting your own seeds of freedom, join our community. Subscribe, like this video, and tell us in the comments what your first step toward financial independence will be.